Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the Sillyville edition. And we threw one more article into Sillyville last minute that's not on the article list, but you'll enjoy it all the same. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to catch the show live, interact with the comments, etc., etc. With that, let's go ahead and jump on into the business news. A robot collision at Ocado warehouse near London sparks a fire, delaying customer orders. This is one of the problems of having robots in there. Two people bump into each other, they go, oh, and then they get back to work. Two robots bump into each other. So Ocado, this is a UK online grocer, so it's an online-only grocer. You create your account probably through your phone app because you want to give all of your shopping habits to some big tech crazy people up there. And so with that, people could place the orders, little robots collect everything, and then get a little robot guy delivering stuff to you. Well, two of the robots decided to collide into each other, and it shut the factory down for a few days. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. The robots, okay, this is two slow-moving robots in a factory. Do we really want to put self-driving cars all over the road? No. Run and tear. Run and tear. Well, there was a DNS outage this week that killed PlayStation, Fidelity, FedEx, Steam, AT&T, Amazon, AWS. Yeah, guys, relying on DNS is not good. DNS provider Cloudflare was listed among many services that experienced an outage. So widespread internet outages has left many top websites inaccessible around 11:30 a.m. CST. So disconnectivity issues for all those things. Okay, why? Stop dancing around. Why in the world do people build websites like this? Are you morons? He's moving the mouse around. Let's move everything so we can't read it. Fire that moron. You can see here's a whole lot of different outages over here reported about 11:30. And this is a serious problem with DNS. Now, I'm wondering if, now, of course, all your Firefox browsers that are now automatically set to Cloudflare, they don't work anymore. But those of us that didn't change it, maybe we still had working internet. Ooh. Maybe not. Oh, it depends on what's going on, where things are routing through and stuff like that. But this is a problem with DNS, and it's becoming a bigger deal where if DNS is knocked out, it knocks out significant swaths of the internet. And this is a big deal when everyone's trying to put absolutely everything on the cloud with really no other thought process to it. So with that being said, we have to be very careful about this type of stuff here. All right. There are now calls for having backup DNS providers and things like that. That would be a good thing to do. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. Well, Muse is in another fight. Of course, they're capitalizing here on the Audacity name. This is an interesting one, and it's more of a, I'm not sure exactly where I sit on this one. So basically, there was an application here, and this is Muse Score. Now, Muse Score originally was basically used to pirate content, and it was based off of some open source. Muse bought it, they straightened it up, legalized it out, got in all these types of things, but it's still over on GitHub. And so a programmer forked it, looked at the code, and remove the part of the code that requires a premium subscription. Yeah, he needs a prescription now. But he got rid of the part that gets rid of the premium subscription. And so basically, his forked version can do everything that Muse Score can do without paying Muse for it. So, what can you say about this? Is it unethical? Probably. Is it immoral? Maybe. Is it legal? That's where we're getting some interesting thoughts, because they're the foolish ones who had code on a repository that could easily be forked, that you can easily figure out how to remove the requirement for a subscription. They're going, oh, but these guys are going to have to pay Disney for every time that's downloaded, even on the illegal one. Duh. When companies that rely on when the companies that rely on proprietary dive into the open source and don't understand what they're doing with the limitations and such like that, they can fall into these little things. And so I don't know exactly where I sit. I think that this is unethical to the point where I personally wouldn't use it. But is it breaking a law? That's an interesting question. So Muse is being nice. They're not like going full-fledged lawyer on this dude. I think if they do go full-fledged lawyer, he probably will lose. And a lot of the reason they're not is because he is I believe, Chinese national in asylum. And if they go out with lawyers on him, he will be deported back, and he is, I believe, wanted by the Chinese government. And so they are actually, Muse is being really nice in this. But it kind of boils down to if the society's laws are all that matters, then what's the framework of our morals and ethics? This is why I believe in a higher power for morals and ethics. I wouldn't do this, but is it legal? Very interesting. Well, 2 stories on this. Valve unveils the Steam Deck, handheld Steam-based video game based on KDE Plasma and Arch Linux. Very odd to base something like this on Arch, but totally wicked awesome. I'm telling you. I might be able to get excited about something like this. And I'm not a gamer, guys. I might be able to get excited about this. I'm going to look into it some more. But a video game system playing this. So promises put your entire Steam library in your pocket. Now, this is a good thing because this is now saying we're going to put your whole Steam library. This means there's going to be a much, much, much bigger push to get all of those games working on Linux. The best thing ever. Way to go, Valve. In fact, so much so that Ubisoft says that if Steam's handheld takes off, Ubisoft is going to prioritize putting their games back on Steam. And that means a big, major publisher will be putting their games compatible natively with Linux. That is a really good thing. I'm not a gamer, but you know what? I can appreciate good ideas when I see them. In fact, I'm going to tell my friend about this as well. He is into this kind of stuff, and I don't know, I might be able to get behind something like that. Who knows? But anyway, $400 device isn't even up for pre-orders yet, but scalpers can buy up customer interest registrations and list them for outrageous eBay prices. Listings violate eBay policies and are being removed. However, we've spotted prices as high as $1,500. Interesting. So that's really good. This is an amazing thing for Linux in that, it's possibly going to help people understand if they're looking into how it works. Wow, this runs on that Linux thing? That's cool. But yeah, absolutely. Very good. Well, if you want to help support the channel, I do have some affiliates. I'm highlighting Mint Mobile this week and probably this month because I have to use some Verizon stuff again with the mobile setup I have going on here. And man, is it expensive and deeply limited. And yeah, net neutrality is a thing. They actually throttle many websites, including YouTube. Very exciting. But Mint Mobile does not. I still have Mint Mobile on my primary phone. I absolutely love it. It works well, and it even allows me to hotspot my phone. So something that Verizon does not let me do unless I pay them a lot more money because net neutrality. But Mint Mobile, it does work on T-Mobile towers. It is an independent company, however, and I have been using it for almost 2 years now, just shy of 2 years, and it is absolutely epic. TLM.li/MM if you want to have a look at Mint Mobile and help support the channel. Well, guys, let's go to Sillyville. First up, yeah, well, Frank did not get his 4,000-inch TV. If you do not know Weird Al, you don't know that reference. Old song on Alapalooza, Frank's 4,000-inch TV, you know. Samsung's getting close. They have a 1,000-inch TV. Why, God, why do we need a 1,000-inch TV in this world? Okay, I'm trying to think of this. All right, so my screen here that I'm using in the van, I have two 24-inch monitors in this van. Believe it or not, I actually have two 24-inch monitors crammed into this thing. All right, so let's go with that, divide by that. That would be 41 of these things. So if I take what I'm doing here and yeah, and I do this 20 more times, that will be the width of the screen. Well, that's the diagonal of the screen, I guess. Yeah, is it 2,000 or 4,000? I thought it was 4,000. It could be 2,000. I don't know. But anyway, massive billboard video billboard to help advertisers spread their messages. Okay, I guess it's for advertising. It looks kind of better, I guess, than some of the other ones. But why? 15,000 pixels by 2,000 pixels. Let's see. The wall can be configured to span more than 1,000 inches and project 16K resolution imagery. Optionally, it can show 4 different content sources simultaneously in picture-by-picture mode, all in 4K. That's kind of interesting, but man, this is crazy. We don't need this kind of stuff. Well, a police officer apparently got a call after a guy's being chased through Glasgow by a drone. Well, it was actually Jupiter. Just an FYI, guys, you guys can see some planets in the sky. There's, I think, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them that you can see without binoculars in the night sky with the bare eyes. You can see Venus, you can see Mars, you can see Jupiter, you can see Saturn. I believe that's the only 4 you can see with naked eyes. Unless you're in like a really, 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 really amazing place, know exactly where to look, you might be able to see one more. But yeah, so try to lose what you thought was a drone chasing her by driving towards the shopping center. Daily Record reports the cop, who is first in 2 years of service, called 101, told the call handler she's being followed by a drone along the motorway. Being told to return to the station, it's reported that she found in the yard with a hood up trying to hide from the drone. Other officers told her it was the planet Jupiter, which is quite a far ways in space. Is the sun like parody type stuff? I have no idea. You guys let me know. I do not know how you could mistake Jupiter, which looks like a star. However, it is pretty bright. I don't know. Maybe that shouldn't be here, but who knows. Well, Google, they did a little whoopsie with their Chrome OS. What they actually did is they pushed out an update with a typo. And the typo locked people out of their devices and nobody could log into your Chromebooks. Proofread, guys, proofread. So they issued it out. They pushed out a Chrome update. Users cannot log back into the Chromebooks, so they say don't update it. Yeah, it's like when telling Windows not to update. By the way, when on the seminar I was at all this last week, every presentation I was in, every one of them, the people were pestered to reboot Windows to an update. Yeah, I'm sitting there laughing with my Linux computer. MX Linux to the rescue. Chromebook has to restart to update. Do not click reboot and do not shut down your machine. Google is where the problem should be fixed. If you're already locked out, you'll have to power wash your Chromebook to get back in. If your device is boot looping before you can get to unlock screen, recover using USB drive and the Chromebook recovery utility. Second critical bug on the stable channel in less than a month. Yeah, and you guys really want to do this. Users unfortunately got the update first. Are currently locked out of machines, at least until they power wash them. What's I don't know the Chrome. Is that power? Is that like resetting it to factory? Yeah, that's a great thing. Oh, just reset your machine to factory. Lose it all. Yeah. Once impacted users factory reset their Chromebooks, they can set it back up and get back in. But keep in mind, this factory reset will erase all local data and all Linux program data. Yeah, there you go. Then they have no timetable for the patch. Fix is coming on Wednesday, so presumably it's already fixed. But there you go, guys. Yeah, this was all caused by a typo in the code. Well, I know you're all looking at the title and they're going, if you use this, you might be stupid. And I know half of you guys are like, oh God, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? How stupid am I? How stupid am I? Well, Venmo app. This is from PayPal Newsroom. Venmo app. Now, there was news articles about this, but I wanted to go straight to the horse's mouth on this one. Allah says this is just new, exciting ways to navigate. Woo! Exciting ways to navigate. Yay, do the wave. Venmo's giving you new, exciting ways to navigate. Updated social feed, exploring things. Oh, look at this. The expanded privacy controls. Let's have a look at this one, shall we? Privacy and security of our community have always been top-notch priority at Venmo. We strive to provide the customers a worry-free and easy way to manage their money. Venmo recently introduced additional privacy controls, allowing customers to select a public, friends-only, or private setting for their friends list. Customers can also choose if they want to have their profile appear on other users' friends lists or if they would prefer to stay hidden. So, if you're not familiar with Venmo, this is a PayPal service that allows you to send money to your friends with text messages. I know you guys go into a restaurant and you got 5 guys and you're like, well, split the check. Or you're like, well, we don't want to split the check. Let's just put it all in one. I'll pay for it, guys. And you all just Venmo me the money. Okay. And so you guys pull out your cell phones and you just text them some money. Woo! Gonna text me some money. Texting money to people. Now, they're turning into a social media game. You can indicate publicly how much you've spent and where it went. You can have a friends only, or you have a private setting. By the way, Facebook started out being like, well, everything is private unless you make it public. And then all of a sudden they flipped the switch. Everything's public unless you make it private. How long before PayPal just flips the switch and everybody's Venmo is just public and nobody knows it? And everybody has a public record of how much money everybody's sending with text messages. Oh my Lord, are we this stupid people? If you are using Venmo, you need to go in, open up your app and delete it and stop using that garbage. If you consent to this stuff, you are so stupid, I cannot even comprehend that level of dumb. In addition, customers continue to have the ability to add or remove contacts from their friends list anytime. That's good to know. Customers can choose to block other Venmo customers, which will ensure that blocked users will not show up in their Venmo network, and they won't be able to search for them on the app and vice versa. So I can search for people on the Venmo app now. Great. That's all I need. The blocked user also won't be able to send or request payments from the person who blocked them. As always, customers choose who can see their transactions and payment activity and can select a public, friends-only, or private setting. Customers will continue to have the option to change their privacy settings for past transactions or select different settings for individual payments as a default for future transactions. Is there a scenario where I want to make this public? Is there a scenario where a text-based giving money to people app needs to be turned into a social media network? Is there a scenario where this makes any sense to any logical, rational human being? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to admit to still be using this and you want to text me some money, I don't accept because I won't use this garbage. If you do want to send me some money, though, I do have a Subscribestar page, subscribestar.com/switchedtolinux. So you can jump on over there. With that, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.